Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast today. The National Association of Real Estate Brokers hosts its national convention here in Cleveland this week. President Julius Cartwright will talk about some of the issues, including the foreclosure crisis that will be covered over the course of this event. Then we will hear from the Cleveland Division of Recreation Assistant Commissioner Samuel Gisson-Tanner and Kate Teichman about cultural exchange. They'll tell us about the Read Baby Read Book Club. And later in the broadcast after that, the director of the Urban League Small Business Development Center, Donna Dabbs, and Tri-C's Business Services Advisor, Kirby Freeman, will share information about the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Program. Good morning again. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin with Julius Cartwright, President of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. Good to see you, Julius.
Good to see you too, Leon.
Things are going well with the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, I would expect.
Excellent.
Well, good deal, good deal. What's the overall mission of this organization?
The overall mission of the organization is democracy in housing. It was formulated in 1947. That's our focus.
And what do you mean by democracy in housing?
Making sure that there's equality for all that have access to home ownership.
Making sure everybody gets a piece of that American pie.
That's correct.
Okay. So you're hosting a big conference here in Cleveland in August, going to run August 3rd through the 9th. What are some of the topics that are going to be covered as you got people from all over the United States coming into Cleveland?
Yeah, it's going to be a fabulous conference. We're very excited about it, and the fact that we haven't had the conference here since 1978. This is our 65th anniversary year, so it's very critical. But the topics will basically consume of small business, focusing on REO training, sales training, and sharpening skills in property management, housing counseling, as well as development.
Let's talk a little bit about this housing crisis. I mean, the foreclosure crisis. Are we seeing light at the end of the tunnel? Are things getting better?
It's a very good question. In terms of sales and property values, we've had 4 quarters of progression in Ohio, and so we're seeing values come back, but there's still discussion of this whole issue about shadow inventory, which is product that is scheduled for foreclosure or delinquencies that have not hit the market. So there's really an unknown here.
So we're kind of waiting for the other shoe to fall, if there is another shoe to fall.
Yes, but a lot of experts suggest that we have hit the bottom, but we're seeing a lot of growth in other parts of the country. It looks like there are areas of recovery taking place, but we still have a ways to go in Cleveland.
This is your 65 years for the for the National Convention. You were telling me before we started the broadcast that Cleveland, this is the second time Cleveland will play host to the national group. What do you want the people who come into this convention from all around the country, real estate brokers, what do you want them to take away from Cleveland from this conference?
I want them to really see the rich history that we have in Cleveland, to respect that we have the second largest theater district next to New York in the United States, our cultural parks, and more importantly, our communities. Our communities and neighborhood are really the fabric of Cleveland. And what we've been able to do here, I think, is impressive, and we're looking for a great welcome reception at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Is this open to just about anybody who would like to go, if August 3rd through the 9th at the Renaissance Cleveland Hotel?
Absolutely. It is open to just about anybody who would like to attend, but we do have a specific event within the framework of the conference that's going to take place on August 6th at Tri-C Metro, which is our SHEBA event, which stands for the State of Housing in Black America, and it's a real estate issues forum dealing with solution models, and it's focused on foreclosure mitigation, neighborhood blight, and disaster recovery.
I know it's a big question, and I don't know if you can answer it in the time we have left. Generally speaking, what is the state of housing for Black America?
It's not good. Right now, we have about 40% of African Americans that have negative net worth. And depending on whose study you're looking at, Leon, the average net worth of African Americans is between $4,900 and $5,700. So we have to do something about that and close the gap. And we believe as an organization that one of the things we have to do is to first make individuals aware of it. Secondarily, we have to come up with solutions and programs to implement so that we can close this gap on home ownership, because the home ownership rate for African Americans has actually decreased due to this housing crisis.
This foreclosure thing really hit Black America hard. Well, it hit all of America hard,
Yes,
but
it did.
especially hit Black America hard. It got slapped twice. Everybody else got slapped once.
That is correct.
Is what you seem to be saying. I don't want to put words in your mouth. How do we turn the corner on this? What do we do now? I mean, what do you tell people now who may say, I wanna buy a home? You can't buy a home now with no money down. You could do that 10 years ago in some instances. What do you tell people they need to have ready for them if they're looking for homes?
Well, I think the first thing, Leon, is we got to restore consumer confidence. Most people have retracted to just renting as a safer bet. And some of that's due to the media and all the conversation that's been taking place. So we got to change the dial on the channel, and so that we can move individuals toward the belief system. Secondarily, we need to make sure that they work on the credit counseling, getting themselves prepared for home ownership. We believe everybody should have an opportunity, but we also recognize that everybody's not ready for home ownership. So education is a key ingredient.
You would tell them to start saving their money, getting down. What's down payment? Well, what do home sellers, well, what are they looking for down payment now?
Well, most of the lending institution, the only model that's really left right now that is actively being used is FHA. So you need about 3.5% down.
3.5% of the value of the house, or the cost of the house.
That's correct.
So that means you got to put money in an envelope, put money in a bank, put money in the shoebox or wherever you keep it, preferably not a shoebox, you know, I'm just joking when I say that, but put it in the bank. Save that money and start building toward the future.
Absolutely.
It's a step-by-step approach.
Yes.
Well, good to have you on the broadcast. Let me put a phone number, put a website on the screen, by the way. It is nareb.com. You can find more information on everything we've been talking about. NAREB, and Julius Cartwright is the president of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. Julius Cartwright is a member of the Greater Cleveland area. And good to see you, Julius.
Likewise.
Good to have you on the broadcast.
Thank you.
We wish you well at your program at the Renaissance Cleveland Hotel, August the 3rd through the 9th. That's Friday through Thursday. It's going to be a big event. And tell everybody from all over the country, we're glad to have them in Cleveland.
Thank you, Leon.
Okay, my pleasure. Good to have you on the broadcast.
Thank you.
This is Kaleidoscope. Up next, we will continue our discussion on what's going on in this program. We're going to talk about giving children a good start in reading. But first, I've got to do this first. I'll be right back. Good to have you with me for Kaleidoscope today. The Deputy Commissioner with the City of Cleveland's Division of Recreation, Samuel Gisson-Tanner, and the Program Coordinator for a Cultural Exchange, Kate Teichman, are both here to share information about the Read Baby Read Book Club. Good to have you with us, Kate.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm intrigued by Read Baby Read, and I'm going to get to that. But first off, you're coordinator with a Cultural Exchange. Refresh our memories on what a cultural exchange is.
Sure. Cultural Exchange has been around for 20 years, and we are a nonprofit literacy-based organization that provides multicultural literature for children and their families. And so all we want to do is get children and their families excited about reading so that they'll be lifelong readers, and hopefully that they will enjoy everything that they do, particularly when they get to own the books.
Yeah.
That's part of what we do. They build home libraries.
And Read Baby Read.
Read Baby Read.
What's that?
Yeah, we've been around with Read Baby Read since 1997, and it's a great program that we started, and we were honored that the mayor thought that what we were doing was something that he wanted to do. And Read Baby Read is aligned with state and national English language arts standards.
So the mayor said the City of Cleveland would be involved, and thus the Deputy Commissioner for the City of Cleveland's Recreation Division is here, Samuel Gisson-Tanner.
Yes.
Sam, what's your involvement in this? What's your department's involvement?
My department is actually the pilot for these two recreation centers, so I mean for this program, and we chose Gunning Recreation and Collinwood Recreation Center as the pilot sites. And we pretty much gather the children for the program, and it was a 6-week program that we started July 10th. And hopefully what we're looking to gain from this is that children generally, you know, come out better readers, you know, and the program is presented in such a fun way that we want the kids to gravitate to reading books on their own.
Especially during the summertime.
Absolutely.
When they got the little time off from school.
Absolutely.
So the recreation department plays a big role in all of that.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. When should, Kate, when should children start reading, or when should we read to children?
Sure. I think we should start reading as soon as, we know about a child coming into the world. So in utero, I think reading to a child so that they get acclimated to a parent's voice is so key. And then you're never too young to do reading with your kids. Read Baby Read is from pre-K all the way up through high school.
Yeah.
So I brought some books.
Yeah, you brought some books,
Sure,
and we'll get a shot of these on camera number 2 over there, I think.
Yeah.
And it's important that they begin to read something, right, Sam?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We want to make sure it's fun.
Yeah.
Right.
You remember reading as a child, don't you, Sam?
Yes, I do.
And that got you scheduled, that got you into the high school thing, the junior high school thing, the college thing, all of that thing. All that plays a part.
Yeah.
Tell me about these books, why you brought these books with you today.
I brought some of the books because we want children in this book club to stretch, but not to struggle, because there are children of all different ages that are in this program, and they're coming from all over the city. And so we want them to get exposed to great multicultural, award-winning literature that's fun. They're analyzing, they're reading the illustrations, they're learning about authors and illustrators, and they're learning about, subjects about how to handle when a bully is coming after you, or how to handle, situations that, regardless of your age, we feel is important, and we do it with books. Fun.
I should add that a cultural exchange is located at 12624 Larchmere Avenue in Cleveland. That's in the Shaker Square area of the city. What do you want the outcome of this to be, Sam?
Actually, we want, first and foremost, for kids to learn how to read a little better. Secondly, this program is such a fun program. We would hope that kids would gravitate to reading books on their own or with their families. And lastly, with this being a pilot program at 2 recreation centers, our hopes is to have this expand to future recreation centers,
Somebody told me years ago, Sam, that if you can learn to read, you can learn to do just about anything.
Absolutely.
True story?
Absolutely.
Yeah? Well, good. You brought a T-shirt with you. We might as well get this on the air. I figured you brought this.
Absolutely.
And this is what the kids are going to wear. What's that say?
Yeah. Read Baby Read book club. Every child in the book club will get a T-shirt and a bag and all these brand new books, up to 10, that they get to take and build home libraries at the end of the program.
And this is something that parents can keep in mind, that it's important for the children to read, even if the parent just reads, and I'll hold that till, even if the parent just reads to the child the sound of the voice, you were saying, the sound of the voice. A lot of people say even if you read to a child in utero, still in the oven there.
Sure. They can get acclimated to the voices, and certainly even if a parent is struggling to read themselves, we can create dialogues around these books, and it's just fun and exciting.
So the Cleveland Recreation Division is a part of this because it wants the kids to be well educated.
That's correct.
And gets them ready for school and everything else that happens beyond.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We've got phone numbers on the screen, as you can see, 229-8300. More information on everything we're talking about. And you can also go to aculturalexchange.org and get information. And you can go to cleveland-oh.gov and get more information. That's the City of Cleveland's website. So you can get more information on everything we've been talking about. Well, you read well, and you read well too, and obviously, and thank you for bringing some good books. One of my favorite books, and I'm going to take a couple of seconds here, when I was growing up, was by Dwayne Decker. It was about baseball. It was called Long Ball to Left Field. He wrote a lot of books about boys playing baseball, and that really got me into reading much more. And I'm still reading on a daily basis.
Well, very good.
Very good. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you for having us.
Read, baby, read, right, Sam?
That's right.
Read, baby, read, right,
Read,
Kate?
Baby, read. Yeah, absolutely.
And read, baby, read. Audience, we want you to keep that in mind. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Coming up next, practical education for small business ownership. I'll be right back in a moment. The Small Business Development Center at the Urban League of Greater Cleveland is working with Goldman Sachs on the 10,000 Small Businesses Initiative. Donna Dabbs is director at the Small Business Development Center, and she's joined today by Kirby Freeman, Business Services Advisor with Cuyahoga Community College, to share more information about this program and explain how small businesses can participate. Good to have you with us, Donna.
Thank you. Good to be here.
As always. And you too, Kirby.
Thank you.
Tell me about the Urban League is greatly involved involved with Small Business Development Center.
Yes.
Yeah. What the goal of the Small Business Development Center is, first off?
The goal of the Small Business Development Center is really to help people start and sustain and even grow their small businesses. Just in a nutshell, really simple.
Yeah. Get in business, stay in business.
Yes,
and be profitable.
Yes, that's the most important thing, is be profitable.
So you've got something called the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program now.
Yes.
What is that?
We're one of the partners with Goldman Sachs. Came into Cleveland. We were, I believe, the seventh city to be awarded, the honor to help small businesses get started and, support their initiatives. And the Urban League is a partner to help recruit existing businesses and get them in the pipeline to take advantage of the program at Tri-C.
Yeah, working with this national investment name of Goldman Sachs. What's the role that Cuyahoga Community College plays in all of this, Kirby?
Tri-C is the host and it's also a local partner in the program. And I'm employed by Tri-C, so we're located at the Metro campus at the UTC building.
So this is where that program is going to be.
That's right.
Located, going to be housed.
That's
right there. Now, why does Tri-C think this is so important for this Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program to be housed there? How is that going to help all of us?
Well, I think the fact that Tri-C is the host and what we affectionately call 10,000 Small Business Program, the 10 KSB. 10 KSB being housed in the area, I think, is a good reflection of the types of businesses and the fact that the population is there.
Yeah.
I think it's a reflection of that.
Who can participate in this program, Donna?
Really, the program is designed specifically for existing businesses. You can be a new business, but they want you to already have some operations, and because there are practical courses that you work on your business while you're going through the courses. So you already need to be operating and have some experience.
Yeah. So
looking for existing businesses, probably about at least 2 years in business with a minimum of 4 employees. And then there's a certain sales level that they have to be at.
Yeah.
So they're looking for businesses that have been operating for a while but are really primed and ready for the next step.
Yeah, and they're going to learn how to be stronger and better.
Yes.
Now, this is classwork that's going on. How long does this program go now?
It's an 11-week course, so that's the reason it's at a college, because it's a course.
An institution of higher learning.
An institution of higher learning, and they bring in experts really to train the staff at the college for a specific program. So everybody across the country gets the same program.
So when they come to this course, I mean, you got to come there with your thinking cap on. You're just not going to sit in the audience.
That's right.
You got to do some things when you take this course.
That's right. That's right. The courses will be held over at Tri-C Corporate College East, and you do have to bring your thinking cap. It's a very it's on a lot of different levels, a lot of different aspects of small business, leadership development, becoming bankable, learning how to understand financial statements, becoming better at marketing, and also trying to optimize operations for each business.
How do people get involved now? You begin, my notes say that we begin in February.
Right.
When's the deadline to apply?
The deadline to apply will be sometime in mid-November. Our first cohort of classes, the deadline was in July 2nd, and we had a very good response. We're looking at 25 to 35 businesses in the program, and we got about 110 applications in the Cleveland area.
And the application process, I mean, where do you begin?
That's where we come in to assist the small businesses in the Urban League. They can come to the Urban League where we have applications on hand, and we have business advisors that actually help the small businesses complete the application. It's not a difficult process. It's quite a few pages, though. So we make time to sit down with the existing businesses and go through the questions with them. We understand they're all busy. In some cases, we actually do the typing on the application just to make sure they get it in, because we want the program to be successful. We want entrepreneurs to have the access to the program. So we want to make sure that they complete the application application in a good way, because the review, not only is it locally, they have a team of national people that come in to look at the applications.
216-622-0999 is the number to the Urban League, and to the Tri-C, it's 987-3689. More information on everything we're going to talk about. I'll be right back in just a moment. Donna and I are going to continue talking about this in just a moment. I got to take this break. Continuing our discussion with Donna Dabbs, Director of the Small Business Development Center for the Urban League, and with Kirby Freeman, Business Services Advisor for Cuyahoga Community College. You were saying about the application process for this Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program.
Yes, I was saying that the Urban League is there to assist the existing businesses, and if anybody has any questions, we can give them the basic criteria, you know, to help them get through the application process.
And it is a process but they've got to apply for this.
They've got to apply. Yeah. There's the application process, and there's a lot of documentation they have to collect as well.
Yes,
you know, tax returns.
That's right.
No, it's free.
Free. Right. Everything is free.
Yes.
Get any better than that, right, Kirby?
That's right. The estimated value of the program for each business is somewhere between $15,000 to $20,000.
So when folks take this program, and they've got to be in business, not just trying to start a business.
Correct.
Right. Got to be in business 2 years. 2 years. You got to have revenues of somewhere between, again, these are just loose eligibility requirements, of somewhere between $150,000 and $4 million. And also maybe 4 full-time employees. And also, finally, we got to have business owners who are committed to going through the entire program.
But go through that process.
That's right.
Yes.
And because you need to screen who's coming in.
Yes.
That's right.
And come in, as we said a little bit ago, put on your thinking caps, because this is an 11-week course.
Well, yep. It's a course every 2 weeks, so it stretches from early September through late December, through mid-December.
It's 11 sessions.
11 sessions. Okay.
11 sessions.
And your new classes begin in?
September 7th.
September, okay. And so we want people to get online to apply.
We want people to go.
Okay.
Yes.
Appreciate you being on the broadcast to talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Donna Dabbs, who's Director of the Small Business Development Center, and Kirby Freeman, who's Business Services Advisor for Cuyahoga Community College. They're talking about the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, which will put money in the bank for those businesses that take this course.
That's right.
But you got to be in business right now.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the broadcast.
Thank you.
Time is running out. We've got to say so long. Be well, everybody, and take care.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.